So brahmacharya means what? Brahmacharya means basically like the student life, and no, the boy should be fully focused on studies. And then after, roughly it's then classified as, well, from up to 25. At 25, then the boys generally get married, and then they get into the Grihastha ashram. Then Grihastha ashram, then they establish family, they have children, then take care of the children, care of the wife, and now around then 50th year, then they start renouncing the Grihastha activities, and then they get into Vanaprastha. And then some eventually they may get into Sannyasa ashram. Now, so this is the standard way how it should work. But now, to be a good Grihastha, what do you think that you need? To be able to live in the Grihastha ashram, what do you think that you need?
Spiritual supervision. We should have somebody's care, somebody's supervision and guidance.
Well, when you get married, then you become the Gurupati. Right? So you are the guidance. So how do you know how to guide? Yes?
Control over senses.
Control the senses, okay.
Prabhupada said we must not become a father or a husband to someone if we cannot guide them towards the spiritual life.
Yeah, he quoted Chanakya. That's don't become a king, don't become a teacher, a father, or a leader, if you cannot uplift the consciousness of your subjects. Yeah, good. So you have to lead, you have to be Gurupati, right? So then, how do you know how to do it? How do you know how to lead? When do you learn that? As a brahmachari. So good brahmachari makes good grihastha. If somebody is not a good brahmachari, he is not going to be good grihastha. So, if you want to achieve something in your life, and especially if you want to achieve some spiritual advancement in your life, then brahmachari is very important. What do you learn as in your youth, as a child? That becomes your habit, that becomes something which will go with you throughout your life. You may have already realized that how you were brought up, what how parents were dealing with you, what values you developed as a child. Then now it's very difficult to change it. So if your parents were properly training you, and then now we have no problem. But if they were neglecting you, and maybe you got into some bad association, then now you have problems. You developed some habits, you developed some values, and to form the nature, or to form, nature is given, but you can form the, you can form it to some extent. And as a child, but as an adult, then it's basically set. So now you have to now understand, okay, my nature is a certain way, and now I need to do something. I want to do something. I have some desires. Then how are you going to dovetail the nature in fulfilling your desires? Maybe you have developed some bad habits, and now you realize, I don't want these bad habits. But it's very difficult. Now, you have heard something about samskaras, right? Did you read all Prabhupada's books? Anybody did? You read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam? So what are samskaras? The samskaras are rituals which they are meant to change your consciousness. So, then there are the Dashavida samskaras. They are the most important. You heard about those? Garbharana samskara, right? Being the most important. And then there are many other to help the mother who is then pregnant with the child, to protect the child, protect the mother, and to develop some qualities in the child. And there are the jata karma, right? When the child is born. Then there are the samskaras of bring the child for the first time outside. Then there are the namakarana, when the child is being given name. Then anaprashana, when the child is for the first time eating the grains. And there are upanayanam, right? So, and eventually then there is vivaha. That means marriage. And the last one is the antyeshti. And there are also rituals for the one who has departed. So now, this set of samskaras, they are rituals, and nowadays they are very much taken like that. It's like a social thing, just do it. Especially like Upanayanam, it's more like a, I don't know, like a tradition. It's more like a theater. Just because they should have Upanayanam before they get married. But, and when it's done just like that, without proper focus, the samskaras don't work. The samskaras are meant to change the consciousness of the person. There are certain mantras being chanted. Then they are chanted in front of the fire. So it needs for the ritual to work, then the consciousness must be there proper. The consciousness of the priest, consciousness of the parents and helping the child to purify the consciousness. Then it only works. So like for example, the Upanayana. I was seeing one Upanayana, the Smarta Upanayana. The main element of the Upanayana is the boy, he promises, he makes certain commitments. He is going to be keeping himself clean and pure. He is going to be performing service. He will avoid wasting time by sleeping. So these are the commitments the boy makes. Why? Because he wants to develop some qualities. Now he may not know what is the right thing, but it's the parents and the teachers who are guiding him. When I went for that Upanayana, then it was just like a social scene, just like marriage. Many relatives, everything there, everybody just eating, everybody is enjoying themselves. There is a little place where the fire is going on. Okay, the boy is sitting there. The boy, he was not even asked to make any commitment. No vows. It's like, has no meaning. So, because the boy has to become brahmachari. That's what Upanayana means. Now he commits himself, okay, I'm going to be a brahmachari. And I'm going to be a brahmachari, for at least certain period of time. That means, I'm going to be living, in a place, either with the guru or, if with the parents, then he will be, studying under the guru, coming as a day student. It's a commitment. And during that time, I will not bother with any girls or anything like that. And then it's all because he wants to focus on his studies. But studies what? What is he studying? He's not maybe focusing on engineering at the time, but he is rather focusing on developing qualities, because he wants to develop good character. And again, maybe he doesn't know, but okay, the parents know that he should develop good character. Because the character is something which, if he forms the character, it will help him in his life in the future. Now, what do you think how would you define a good character? Do you have any ideas? What qualities would you like to see in a person whom you would like to say that he has a good qualities? For a devotee, there are 26 qualities, But, okay, so which qualities would you consider like the most important?
Purity, Maharaj.
Purity. What is purity?
Maharaj, not having any thoughts around other gender or...
It's okay. That's difficult, because the mind is not idle. The mind just creates desires. So then, purity. So then you want to now be free of anartha, so then now these bad thoughts not coming. How do you achieve that? So by, okay, that's one. What do you think? Humility and gratitude. Okay. Compassion. Okay. Obedience. Servant of Krishna.
Tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty.
Honesty. Okay.
Patience.
Patience. If you would look for one quality, if you would say, what quality would you think that it's the most important for a person to say that, okay, he has a good character?
Ability to discriminate between good and bad, right and wrong.
Okay. Any other? Okay, so that's very specific, but okay, how would you actually understand that? How we understand that no, Krishna is my Lord, Krishna is the goal. Quality. We are talking about like a no, what quality in a person? Character quality. Would you consider like the most important? They are all important. They are all connected together. Hmm?
Rest. Rest.
Okay. Trust, yeah.
Devoid of false ego.
Devoid of false ego.
Grateful.
Grateful, okay, we already heard.
Faith in Guru and Lord.
Yes. Okay. You all know Shikshastakam, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the third verse, he is talking about 4 qualities. And he says, those who develop these 4 qualities, then what? They will be able to chant Kirtanya Sadaharihi, right? No, that purely. That means they will be able to develop devotion. Now that means if you don't practice or don't develop these 4 qualities, then you will not be able to develop that. Being humble, okay, that's one. Being tolerant. Then being selfless. And being respectful. We need to develop these 4 qualities to properly understand the nature of the holy name, nature of Krishna. And without that, then we will not be able to do it. So, these are very important. So how do you develop that? The time for that is during the brahmacharya. The mother, no, your mother, your father, the teachers, they are the ones who can help you to develop these qualities. They see, then now you have some difficulties, you are not humble, then they will guide you to become more humble. Sometimes it's painful. Then, to tolerate, you feel they are the center of the universe. Mother makes you feel like that, right? But then when you come into the, among other people, then you see so many center of the universe, right? And you are not the one, not the only one. So then, how do you deal with that? And if you are selfish, then people will not appreciate you. That's not considered very good. But being selfless, being able to accept whatever situation comes and utilize that, not getting disturbed by. That's very highly accepted. And respect. We have to learn how to respect everyone. Eventually, we have to learn how to respect all the living entities. We have to learn how to respect not just devotees, but non-devotees, humans. We have to learn how to respect animals, how to respect trees, anything. Because everything is emanating from Krishna. It's Krishna's energy. How do you respect animals? How do you respect a dog? When you go out on the street and you see the dogs there, what do you do? There is one story. I'll tell you what happens when you don't respect, really. You may know this story. It's about one dog, and there was during Lord Ramachandra's time. You know? Maybe, yeah? Okay. There was a dog lying on the street, and there was a Brahmana going and chanting mantras and then going. Now, the dog is there, and then the road belongs to me. How the dog can be so, daring, that why is he lying there? And the Brahmana, he was very proud and envious. So he could have walked around, but he didn't want to. So he kicked the dog. So anyway, the dog kind of just made noise and then just went on the side and just in little pain. Okay, whatever. But the dog didn't do anything. And the Brahmana just satisfied, just continues on walking and chanting. But the dog felt this is disrespectful. This is injustice. So then the dog, it was a smart dog. So he went to the palace of Lord Ramachandra. And at that time, the kings, they were very much in touch with the citizens. They cared about each and every citizen. So a person who somehow did not get a justice, that person could come directly to the palace, and there was a special courtyard. And in that courtyard, there's no need to do. Huh? It's okay. And there was a drum. Anybody could come and beat the drum. If anybody comes and beat the drum, then the king, he is obliged to come out and hear the person. So this is the last justice. Like after the Supreme Court, no, this is the one. Anyway, so, but if it's abused, then there's a severe punishment for that. So the dog, he has nobody to turn to. So he comes and he beats the drum. So then Ramachandra, he comes out and he's looking from the balcony. He's looking, who is beating the drum? Or the dog? What is this? No? What do you want? And the dog, he could talk. So he explained, my dear Lord, okay, some injustice has happened to me. And I seek justice from you. I said, okay, all right. So tell me what happened. And he explained, okay, I was lying down. I was doing nothing wrong. And the Brahmana, he comes and kicks me for no reason. Okay, that's so. The Lord agreed. This is very disrespectful. That's great injustice. And he said, okay, you seem to be a smart dog. So what do you suggest that should be done with the Brahmana? And they will say, okay, so since you asked, up in the mountains, there is one monastery. Some monks are living there. And the monks, they have the Mathadish. They have no head. There's no temple president right now. Okay. So, make the Brahmana the head of the monks. And Ramachandra was, what? I mean, he is a poor Brahmana. He has nothing. If I put him not there, he will get position. He will get even more proud, and he will benefit. No, he will be like now having some more position that way, more respect in the society. And the dog said, these monks, they are not good monks. They are very sinful. So, when you make the Brahmana, he will be their head, he will not be able to take care of them. He will not be able to lead them properly. So the monks, they will perform many sinful activities under his watch. And the law of karma is that whoever you take care of, you incur 1/6 of their bad karma from each. So 1/6 of karma from each individual monk, for the sinful activities, he will get on himself. And then later on, he will suffer. And then Ramachandra, he was wow, okay, that's a very severe punishment, because there are many monks. And he said, all right, so, but I think it's a just punishment, for the Brahmana. And then he was saying, but wait a minute, how do you know all this? No. And the dog, he said, well, I know it very well, because in previous life, I was the head of the monks. And this lifetime, look at me, I'm a dog. So, this is the importance of why we have to develop good qualities. How we have to develop respect. When you go and you see dogs on the street, dirty, and then, okay, you may have your own feelings towards dogs, but still, there is never, ever a reason for anyone to be disrespected. We should respect everyone, but sometimes you may maybe come across somebody hurt you, somebody does something bad to you. You have no respect for the person. You don't want to respect the person, but you should never disrespect anyone. Because by disrespect, you are very likely to commit aparat, Vaishnava aparat, Nam aparat. That's very bad. Why would you make it to yourself? So, there is no need for disrespect. For anyone to be disrespected. Now, so you can have maybe, you can cut relationship with someone, but not criticizing. There's no need for that. But you should try to respect everyone. So for example, like, how do you respect a dog? How can you respect a dog? Can you?
One thing you can do is not disrespecting, like Brahma could have gone by your side. Other thing you can do is chanting so that you get some.
Yes, okay. Or if you have some prasad, just give some prasad to the dog. You know that animals, we know that 8,400,000 species of life, out of that 8 million are animals, right? And then animals, they are naturally moving. After dying, then they take another higher level of life, but sometimes they are going for very, very long time. Dog's body, it's quite low, and it takes long time before the jiva gets another opportunity to become a human, to practice. But if such a jiva in the animal's body, then hears the holy name or gets prasad, then immediately the next life gets promoted to the human form of life. Knowing that, it's a great way to show respect. Harinam, when you go for Harinam, then all these animals, the trees, the plants, the mosquitoes, the flies, they all hear the holy name, and then they get promoted to the human form of life. It's very powerful. So that's a respect. And we need to then focus on that. We never want to disrespect anyone. We never want to criticize anyone. We want to respect. If you want to develop the respect, if you want to develop the being humble and being tolerant, how would you go about it? Now, okay, you decide, okay, I want to become respectful. But deep in your heart, you know you are not respectful. How do you become tolerant? How do you become humble? To show, oh Prabhuji, I'm so humble, yes, no. You can show being humble. You can show being tolerant, oh, I'm tolerating. But inside, it's not true. You can show respect, but if the show of respect is not true, if it's not true, then the Kirtanya Sadahari will not happen. So how do you, if you want to develop these qualities, how do you go about it? What would you do?
you will never be friends.
Yeah, but if you chant the holy name with offenses, then it won't help much. Now Bas something, now Parad will make it worse. You will start thinking, I am great devotee, no, and I don't have respect for this guy. No, I don't have to be tolerant with anyone. I don't need to be humble. No, I'm big leader, I'm doing this, no. So it may make things worse.
By associating with those who are truly humble and tolerant.
And you criticize them maybe. Can happen. You get into a good association, but you may be the bad association. It's good. Association, looking for good association is good. But how can you make sure that you are good association for them?
Let us encourage you.
Okay. But then you still have your desires. Right? So then doesn't guarantee that you will not be doing nonsense. It gives you some inspiration. But there is something else what you need to do to work on to become truly humble and tolerant and respectful.
One thing we can do is if we think that we are lower than them and we need their support, their guidance, we will always respect them and we will always be on.
True, if you develop being humble and tolerant, then respect develops. How do you become humble?
Really accepting a position. Really accepting a position.
But it's not easy, no? Because I think I'm the center of the universe anyway. No, why should I be tolerant with this guy? No. Show of humble and tolerance is easy, but truly, it's not so easy. But we want to work on, we want to develop it. How can we do it?
If we read Shastras regularly, then we have fixed up Sambandh Gyan, then we can see what is our actual position.
Yeah, but how do you understand Sambandha Gyan? No, if you don't have these qualities. These qualities are the base of understanding Sambandha Gyan. You follow, so what do you do before that? What do you think?
Sitting with the Lord also decides to get the Mahatma.
Yeah, but if you are not humble and tolerant, you probably won't think much about the Lord. It's about yourself.
But if you feel that the Lord is also in that person, so I think we can influence the Lord.
He may be there, but no, he said that I'm stupid, so I have to now make him suffer. Right? It happens, no? So how can you actually, no, somebody even show disrespect to you, how can you not go for some vendetta? How do you do that? Anyone? What? Practicing chess?
Following the guidance of superior.
Okay, look. Then in the verse, in the same verse, you have Trinarapi Sunichana, being humble. Tarapi Saishna, being tolerant. Amanina, then being selfless. And Manadena, being respectful. If you look, then the being humble, tolerant, and respectful, this is in relation with you and others. Right? It's your reciprocation with others. Amanina it's about yourself. Money, no? Selflessness, or being able to tolerate or being able to accept things as they are. Matra sparshatu konte asitashna sukha dukha da. It's hot. But you still have to do your duty, right? You tolerate. In the winter it's cold. You still have to do your duty. So you dress up a little bit more. And you keep doing your duty, right? Summer, you open your windows, put the fans on, okay, you have AC, put the AC on. In the winter, you don't run any fans, you don't. So you accept it, okay, it's like that, you prepare for it, but you don't get bewildered by it. Happiness comes, distress comes, right? So you feel bad. And then, because I feel bad, everybody should feel bad. Ideally, right? Because I have bad mood, so everybody should not feel bad. That makes me happy, no? Isn't it? Should not be like this. I feel bad, but I don't want to make others feel bad. How can I do that? Because I know, okay, I'm in distress, but the distress will pass. Dukkha. It will go. It will change, like the summer winter season. So now I feel bad, but if I wait a little bit, it will go away. Right? So let me do my duty, and then it will pass, and then everything will be fine. And same thing when you are happy. Happiness comes, and you know it will not go. It will not last. It will go away. So, okay, take the moment, but keep doing your duty. There was one guy, and he was playing lottery, buying lottery ticket in England. One day, he won the main prize. It was something like £1,000,000 or something, like huge amount. So then he was very happy. So then he decided what to do. So then he quit his job. He said, I'm going to enjoy myself. So he bought some car, he bought some motorbike, and he was just enjoying himself. He neglected his friends. I don't need friends now, I have money. So he was enjoying himself. Now, some months later, 6 months later, the lottery company, they wanted to make interview with him. How are you enjoying your prize? So then they asked him, so how are you happy with that you got? How are you enjoying it? And he said, the day when I won the money, this is my worst day in my life. What? How? He said, I got the money, I got too excited, I just quit my job, I neglected my friends, and I just went on to enjoying myself. I spent the money, I wasted the money, I have no money, I have no job, I have no friends. So now I'm just not lamenting. And sometime later, he died. Drugs, alcohol, just no. So he didn't enjoy. He stopped doing his duty. So we need to learn to accept things as they are. You are studying, right? Studying is a lot of tapasya. But, okay, you perform the tapasya and you focus on the duty. Okay, I need to get the studies. Sometimes before the exam, no, there are many days or weeks sleepless, right? Because you need to study, because you want to pass the exam. This is tapasya. So your duty is to pass. Your duty is to get the knowledge. Your duty is to realize the knowledge what you are getting. Now, to be able to do that, then you need to remain dhira. Whatever situation brings, remain dhira. And that's when you learn how to properly act. See, like an example. Maybe you have a friend, and your friend, he is somewhere, maybe, I don't know, maybe in America, okay? And you want to request your friend that please, now when you are coming back, bring something for me. I don't know, maybe computer, okay? Then you are, now your friend came back, he's in Delhi. You didn't see him for a very long time. So now you want to go and see him. So you are excited. So you go and you meet your friend. Then are you going to be happy or not? Yeah. After a long time not seeing your friend, you are happy, right? And then after greeting each other, then you ask, okay, did you bring my computer? And he said, yes, of course. No, here it is. So you are happy? Yes, you are happy because you got what you wanted. You got what you expected. Right? And then you have time together, okay, maybe some party or whatever it may be. So we are happy, we learn we accepted the situation because this was my expectation. I expected that much. Now, maybe in another scenario, you go to see your friend and then you greet each other, you are happy to see each other, and then you ask him, did you bring my computer? And now he says, sorry, I didn't have enough money. I could not bring it. Are you happy or not? You see your friend. He's your friend. So you are happy seeing your friend. But you expect something, right? But it's below your expectation. He didn't bring what you wanted. So yes, you are happy, but you are not fully happy. Because something is missing. Then, if you ask, okay, your friend is coming, and then you didn't ask him anything to bring. You go and meet your friend, then you are happy. That's what they expected. You didn't expect him to bring anything. No. So you are happy seeing your friend. So again, you are happy to see each other, have the party or whatever it may be. You are fully happy. And now you are going to see your friend. You are very happy seeing your friend. You didn't ask him for anything. But when you greet each other, you are happy that seeing. And then he said, look, I know that you wanted a computer. I brought one for you. You didn't expect that. What's the level of your happiness that time? It's beyond your expectation, right? So, to learn, to accept the things as they come. To learn, okay, now we are together. So it's hot. You don't dress too much. It's cold. You dress. You learn to accept. Sometimes you may be staying with one person, sometimes you are staying with many people. You accept it. When you learn how to accept things as they come, you can learn how to be humble. You can learn how to be tolerant. And you can learn how to be respectful. So that way, then you develop these qualities which you are looking for. When you develop or when you are developing the qualities, then the chanting can be Kirtanya Sadahari. So this is the proper character. That's the character that we should be practicing to develop ourselves. But we should also see in the future when we get married, see that your children or your friends, help them to develop that. Because if you can develop one, the amanina, all the others will come. Because if you can learn to accept things, then the humility is easy. You can be humble, not pretending to be humble, but you can, all right, yeah, so what can I do? No, it became like this, that situation, so whatever. I take it, I use the situation as it is. I am now suffering, but okay, whatever, I know it will pass. It's no problem. Let's not make it a big deal. You see, when you get into some suffering, then try to remember the Pandavas. How much were they suffering? And for no reason. They didn't do anything wrong. So when we think that, oh, my suffering is so great, I am the person who suffers the most in the universe, think about them. And then you understand, oh, maybe my suffering is not so bad, no? So if you start thinking this way, then you can develop these good qualities, you can develop the character, and then you can develop the proper chanting of the holy name. When you develop the chanting of the holy name, then we can start chanting, not Namaparat, and we can start in purified chanting from the Namabha, so then we can come to the platform of Shuddhanam. That's the purpose, that's what we are looking for. And it all starts with the one that we are able to tolerate. We are able to accepting as they come. So, I'm not sure, you have some questions on this or anything else? Yes.
Maharaj, thank you for the class. But as you mentioned that we should accept things as they are. But there might be some things that are happening not as per they should be doing. Then how can we accept? Should we try to just accept or should we try to change them as well?
Okay, so yes, that's a very good question. Now, then the question would be, you see something is happening wrong, right? How do you know if you see something wrong, you want to do something about it? How do you know if you are criticizing or not criticizing? Because we should also be very careful. So sometimes, when we see something is happening wrong, we say, okay, no, I'm not criticizing, I don't see anything, no. How do we know that we are criticizing or not? By seeing something wrong. A father, he sees his son does something wrong. So you should say, okay, I don't see anything, I don't want to criticize my son. That's not right, isn't it? So what is the criticism and what is not criticism? How do you approach seeing something wrong being done by somebody? If it's not the external, it's not the act itself, it's the consciousness. You see that somebody does something wrong. You come to him, Prabhu, you are doing this wrong. When do you criticize? When do you don't? If you trying to show, I am better than you. Look, you are doing this thing, you are bad. It's a criticism. If you come to the person and say, you are doing this bad, I want you to become better. I want you to improve. It's not criticism. Friends should be able to correct their own friends. I don't want to see my friend doing something wrong. He is my friend. So when I tell him, hey, this is nonsense what you are doing, I'm not criticizing. I am correcting him because I want him to improve. Same like the father or mother sees a child does something wrong. No, they want the child to improve. That's why they punish him. Correct him, punish him, right? Not because they want him to suffer or to show I'm better than you. So you understand this point? So now, when you see something is happening wrong, do you have an ability to do something about it? You have to have either power. It's like, okay, in the temple something is happening wrong. You are the temple president. You have the power, or you are the policeman, right? And then you see something is happening there. You have the power. You have to do something. You are maybe walking by and you see that somebody is beating some kid. You are strong, you have the power to do something about it, then you should, isn't it? Or if you don't have the power, then you should call somebody who has the power. So you call the police. I see there is some crime happening, the guy has the guns, so okay, I don't want to go there, please, you take care of it. That's your responsibility, isn't it? Or if you don't have the power over, you have influence. Your friend. You see that your friend is doing something. You are friends, but you see that because he is doing something wrong, he will get into trouble. You have influence. Hey, we are friends, and I know that you are doing this wrong. Don't do it. So you have to have the power or the influence to do something about the situation. Or you have to call someone who has the power or the influence to do something about it. If you don't have either, if you cannot do anything about it, then what can you do? Nothing. Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion, he is instructing us. He said, what do you do when you see somebody criticizing another Vaishnava? He said, get into the argument and then not defeat the critic and protect the Vaishnava. Right? Or, okay, if you cannot do that, then okay, you can get somebody who can do that. But if you cannot do anything of that, then at least don't listen. Just walk away. Feel sorry for yourself that they are so incapable. Pray to Krishna, but there is nothing you can do. But just don't start criticizing. Don't go, see, I saw something. No, this guy, he did this. This is the worst thing you can do. Don't disrespect anyone. Don't criticize anyone. You are not capable of doing anything. Okay, just okay. So that's what it is. No, feel sorry, but no, don't criticize. Do you understand? Very well. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Maharaj, like in one of the lectures I heard for progressing in spiritual life, you need to take up responsibilities and surrender your freedom. But at times it is very hard on mind. It's very hard to accept.
Maybe without a mic you can speak.
It at times becomes very hard on mind, surrender the freedom and taking up more responsibilities. So how can we do it in a more sustainable way? Like how can we make it a little more easier?
See, this is the training. That's exactly what brahmacharya is meant for, to develop this training. So to develop the amanina, so then you learn not to accept the situation as it is. So like when you go for some trekking, do you go for trekking? Sometimes like Manali or somewhere there. You do? And do you live sometimes under the tent? It's austere, right? But you accept that. You are expecting, okay, it's going to be austere. So, and then you are going to be with your friends, and then sometimes there are difficulties. You are expecting that you will help each other. It's austere. It's nothing pleasant, right? And walking kilometers every day and going up, it's very tiring. It's austere. But you are expecting it, therefore you deal with it properly. And after that, you are happy because you have accomplished something, isn't it? But when you come home, do you expect that kind of austerity? Yeah. So, because now you expect, okay, now I'm at home. Mom, bring food. No. Mom, my clothes. No. Then your mood changes. But why? Because now we are expecting. I am the center of the universe, no? So everything has to happen to me, because I just say. No, not like this. So do the same thing. Okay, maybe you come and then you see your mother is busy. Make your food yourself. Offer it to Krishna and then take prasad. Cook for her, right? She is busy. Wash your clothes on yourself. Accept the situation as it is. If you do that, then all these good qualities manifest. And that's what we are looking for. So, this expecting or not expecting, it's about how you control your mind. See, the mind, we have mind and intelligence. They are part of the linga sharira, right? The subtle body. And you can perceive mind and intelligence in your head, always talking like two voices. Sometimes getting up in the morning, it's not easy, right? So then you hear one voice telling you, come on, get up, go take bath and be quick, otherwise you'll be late to the school or to whatever you want to go. And the mind is saying, take it easy, just sleep a little bit more, Anyway, outside is maybe so cold, right? And taking bath, it's so difficult. Just take a little more nap. And in fact, maybe you can just call the school and say that you are sick today, so you don't have to go, right? So these two voices are always there. Which one do you listen to?
Practice, try to listen to the intelligence.
But many times the mind takes over, right? Your choice. You choose whom you listen to. So then the mind and the intelligence, they are very important in our decision making. To control the mind is very difficult. Arjuna said, no, it's easier to control a wind than the mind. No, and it was 5,000 years ago, and then he was a devotee and he was very fixed and focused, right? But he says so. So then what about us? So the mind, what is the position, what is the natural position of the mind? What the mind should do and what the intelligence should do. Intelligence has the ability to discriminate. This is right, this is wrong. So you learn some values and you see somebody is stealing. So you see this is wrong. No? Somebody is helping someone. This is right. Because these are your values, right? But the mind doesn't have the capability. The mind only sees the difference between I like and I don't like. Sometimes, very few times, it's the same thing. But many times, what I like is not the right thing. So then, if we choose to listen to the mind, then the intelligence becomes subservient to the mind. And the mind abuses the intelligence to get done what it wants, what I like. And avoid doing what I don't like. If we choose to listen to the intelligence, then the mind becomes weaker and the intelligence predominates, and I can do what is right and not do what's wrong. The function of the mind is not to tell you what I like and don't like. The focus, the purpose of the mind is to focus on one point. That's the goal. So and it points the intelligence. Like on the map, you set, okay, I want to go here. And you put the GPS on and then you start going there, right? So then with the mind you set the point. With the intelligence you get to know how to get there. Left, right, and then you are there. So if that works like this, then you can achieve your goal very easily. It's like if you said, okay, I want to go to Mayapur. So then you can use your intelligence how to get there. Do I take a train? Do I take flight? Or I go by car? Or I walk? No, it's up to you. But you get there, right? But if you decide, okay, I want to go to Mayapur. So, okay, you start making plans and you are going, oh, no, I want to go, to Nepal. No. So then you have to readjust the plans. No. Oh, no, I want to go actually, say, Tirupati. No, you have to readjust the plan. So, when the mind is not focused, the mind is called chanchala. And it jumps from one point to the other. I like this. No, I like this more. No, I like this. And the mind becomes bewildered and then, okay, how to get, this and this. And therefore, you are lost. So that the whole point is now to focus the mind onto what it's supposed to do, to the one point. And then if you can do that, then the intelligence will achieve the goal. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his Sharanagati songs, then he says that we should be heavy on our mind. We should beat it. We should beat it with the shoe in the morning and then with the broom in the evening. So you can also do and start beating your mind as a ritual. Means don't give the space. But the mind, still, because it's it's a chief sense, so it likes something to do something good, so it needs to see some good results, something which I like. And this is what you, by purifying yourself, then when you come from the tamaguna, rajaguna to sattvaguna, then the likings become, okay, I like peace. I want to focus on that. I want to focus on chanting. No. And then you focus there, and then you can sit down or you can walk and you can chant all the time until you finish it, right? You can do that. But if not, then okay, I want to chant, but I want to sleep, or I want to do this, I want to do that, and then you cannot achieve anything. So these are the principles of how the mind and intelligence work. If you understand it, then you can start working on it. Is it okay? Arjava.
It is very nice to see you have your point. So in the previous question, in my question continuation, suppose if we are controlling our mind by intelligence, to become more stable in the execution. So what happens is, like even the discipline of intelligence comes to mind because senses are being controlled by mind. Sometimes mind has too many thoughts for like so many pressure of studies, or maybe we can have some bad habits like bad impressions for this life. So sometimes even if intelligence discriminates and tells, and we want to follow it, but we are not able to follow because mind is there and it has there is a connection break. So mind forces more as compared to the decision of intelligence. So in the beginning of later on, as you know, mind will become peaceful as we go. But in the beginning, how we can start to force the instruction of intelligence as compared to the thoughts and the turmoil of the mind.
Okay. So don't blame the mind, okay? Why the mind is either focused or not focused is because of your anarthas. Anarthas, they are the papa bija. So they are the seeds of the sinful desires, unwanted desires, right? And then because of the desires, then this is what affects the mind. So you walk on the street and you see some nice girl, then you get attention, and you start thinking maybe enjoying her. Why is that?
Because
There is anartha to enjoy the opposite sex. So we may not know, our children, they are not aware of. But when we come to puberty, then the lust comes, and the lust is actually the result of the anartha to enjoy sex. So you start seeing opportunities how we can enjoy sex. You understand? So, but if you have no anartha, then there is no destruction. Shukadeva Goswami, when he was born a 16-year-old. Fully matured boy, beautiful body, and he is walking, he's running actually, and there are some naked girls taking bath. He doesn't notice them. He doesn't care. And the girls don't even cover themselves because he's somebody else. He's not seeing us, even though he's looking, but he's not seeing us. We don't have to worry about him. There's no anartha, there's no desire. So, as long as we maintain the anarthas, we will be prone to, in certain situations, face the consequences of our desires. So as long as we maintain the anartha, say for the opposite sex or for anything, when we come to the situation that like a seed, when you put in the ground, it starts sprouting. So when you put the anartha in the seed, in the ground where it's favorable, and it starts sprouting the desire. And then you start going through the process, thinking, feeling, willing. So first a thought comes. Then you may see, well, okay, thinking about it is not so bad, And so you start playing with the idea. You start playing with the idea oh yeah, that will be maybe nice, no? She's nice girl, and then this, that. So you start playing with the idea, and then what happens? You start feeling it. So from thinking, which it's somewhat still manageable, the attachment which manifests is still manageable. Once you start feeling the enjoyment, then you lose control. Very minimal control you have. So from starting feeling it, then you say, oh no, I need to enjoy her. You decide, willing. You decide, I want to do it. And then you lost control completely. Because you have decided. And you act on it. But if you from the beginning say thought comes, say, oh, what am I doing? No, why am I thinking about nonsense? No, forget it. No, and then distract yourself and do something else. You will stop thinking about it, and then you are safe. You understand? You still have the control over it before you start feeling it. So it's a tapasya. You have to consciously decide, I don't want to think about it. There were two boys walking, okay, brahmacharis. They were walking and they come to a river. And then, they need to cross the river. But there is also a lady. Some lady is there and she wants to cross the river, but she's unable to. And there is no boat, there is nothing. So one brahmachari said, jump on me, I'll carry you across. So then they get across the river, drops the lady, and she goes her way, and then they go their own way. After after long walk, the other brahmachari who was not carrying, he said, I still can't understand. How did you, as a brahmachari, how did you decide not to carry the lady? You should not do that. What? Which lady? Oh, that one. Well, okay, I took the lady over the river and I dropped her there. But you are carrying the lady from the river all the way here. Now, who is better brahmachari? So, the anarthas. The anarthas are the problem. And we have no power to remove the anarthas ourselves. But if we want to, we have to remove them. So how do we do it? We need to come to the stage of anartha and everything. How do we do that? Yes, that also helps, yes. But if you don't want to remove the anarthas, the holy name will not help you, the prasad will not help you. There was once Ramanujacharya, he was sitting on the bank of a lake. There were the disciples and he was eating prasad. And some crumbles from the prasad fell into the river. There were fish in the pukur. They eat the prasad and they change into four-hand form and they went to Vaikuntha. And everybody saw. And the disciples, they were astonished. Wow, what is this? The fish, just from eating crumbles from your prasad, they go to Vaikuntha. They got liberated. And we are eating your prasad every day, tons of prasad every day. And we are still here. Why? What's the reason?
You say lack of faith is there.
Does the fish have a faith? Faith in what? No, due to attachment. The fish had no attachment. I mean, they don't even take care of their kids. They just lay eggs and then they don't care. So, with that, without the attachment, even the crumble of prasad can purify you. But we are attached to the anarthas. I want to keep the anarthas. Why? Because the anarthas, no, for good or bad, but they form my personality. I like to play football. And because of that, I have friends. My friends respect me. I have some fans, right? So then they also respect, oh, you're a good player. You're doing good. So my ego is like, okay, I have some respect. I like it. Isn't it? It's a false ego. But at least somebody respect me. And now you tell me I should give it up. Then what will happen to me? I give up the attachment for playing football. My friends will not be my friends anymore. Nobody will give me respect. Why should I do it? For what? Krishna, who is Krishna? I don't know Krishna. It's something too abstract for me. I want to, the nature of Jiva is to enjoy. No, it's the happiness, right? I want to be happy. So at least something which I have, rather than something which somebody promises, but I don't know anything about it. So I will maintain the anarthas. And no, our choice, our free will, we maintain. I want to keep the anartha. So even the holy name will not purify it. Even the prasad will not purify it. So we need to develop the desire. Okay, I want to be free of the anartha. I'm not attached to it anymore. If you can do that, then just one chanting of the holy name can purify all the anarthas. But it has to be not saying it. It has to be internal. It has to be actually, you really mean it. Then Krishna will help you. And once you are purified of the anarthas, then you can progress really fast. You understand?
One question is like sometimes we don't think anarthas.
We don't think?
Anarthas they are anarthas. So what?
Yeah, that's Maya. Maya, no, she has the covering potency. We don't think about it as anartha. We think about it. That's me. That I have to be like this. No, there's no way I can be some other way. We are fearful. We are fearful to give up the anarthas because we don't know what's going to happen to us. So we need to convince ourselves that it's safe. It's safe to get rid of the anarthas. But how do you convince yourself? That you study Shastra. Acharyas talk about it. Bhagavatam is full of stories of devotees who were still conditioned and they come to the platform of pure devotional service. No, because they decided, I have faith in Shastra, Guru, Sadhu, I can give up my anarthas. So we need to do the same. It's not easy, but not impossible. Yeah? Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, just slightly off-beat question. Last few days, as we were discussing that library, so we also you took up an interesting journey from all the way to Europe, India. In the way you also faced many challenges. So, what was the factor that kept you going? And today you reflect back on that journey. What is your reflection about that?
Everything depends on how you take it. The expectations. So journey, you can always say, oh, I see so many difficulties are there, and then you can just come out, this was terrible. Or you can see always that there are some positives and you can say it was nice. At the time when the Pandavas and the Kauravas were graduating, so Dronacharya, he asked them, he gave them last task. He said to Yudhishthira Maharaj, he said, you go and you find me a person who has all bad qualities. And to Duryodhana, he said, you go and you find a person who has all good qualities. So they went around the world. They come back, after a long time they come back and both empty-handed. So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, I didn't find anybody who has only bad qualities. Everybody has some good quality. And Duryodhana, he also came empty-handed and he says, I didn't find anybody with good qualities. Everybody has some bad quality. So it depends on what you are looking for. And what you are looking for, you are associating with. So if you are planning some trekking or something, so then you expect that there is going to be austerity, so it's easy. Then you say, oh, it was nice. I was so tired. But it was so nice. I fell down. I got hurt. It was so nice. Because you are expecting that. But if the same thing happens somewhere else, and they're expecting that, then it was, oh, it's so terrible. I was going in the train, and the train, the AC was running too much, or there was no AC, it was a sleeper, it was so hot. So you say, it was terrible. It depends on your expectations. And your expectations you control by your mind. How much you set your expectation, that's what you get. For example, like okay, I'm going to a holiday, okay, and then you go with your family and you book some 5-star hotel. Then you come there, say, okay, you can go to Andamans, okay, and you book some 5-star hotel there. You come there and they say, sorry, the hotel is not functioning properly. We gave you some other accommodation. There is a 3-star hotel and you stay there. You have two options. You accept it, and then you go into that hotel, and you start shouting, what is this nonsense? No, how can you do this? No, this, that, where is your manager? And this, that, I will sue you in the court. And now, if you accept the hotel, or if you don't accept, if you start shouting, your holiday is probably over, right? It's going to be just only terrible. But if you accept another hotel, okay, anyway, I'm sleeping here at night, it doesn't really matter, and you can still go on with the enjoyment, what you were planning to do. So your holiday still be fine. Then after the holiday finishes, then you ask the company or the hotel to reimburse you, to get the money back, and then everything is fine. And what's the difference? It's your mind. So you make the choices. And whatever choice you make, you get consequence. So we have to be very careful how we make our choices. Because we have free will, we can choose whatever we want. But the consequence for it, we have no choice, we have no control over. Like if you decide, I can go on the roof, I want to go on the roof and I want to jump and fly. Now what are the chances that you will fly? So, I want to fly, but if you jump, you will probably hit the ground, die, or severe injury, right? Oh, how come I'm not flying? But you had the free will, so you decided I want to, but it didn't work for you. So therefore, the consequence is that you are severely suffering. So before you make your choice, you should educate yourself. So you educate yourself, okay, if I jump from the roof, the chances that I will fly are very minimal. So I better don't jump because I don't want to suffer. So you educate yourself before you make your choice. Because every choice you make, you are responsible for. You bear the consequences for every choice. And we don't want to face bad consequences, therefore we want to make the right choices. Yeah? Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for being kind and speaking on the matter. So my question is like the maximum these youth forum devotees, they are either student or some working professional, and we operate in an environment which is surcharged with so much provocative situations. Although we practice, we chant in the morning, we do morning programs, but still there is a possibility in which we get struck up in this provocative situation, and also when we come back we are alone, we slip to the social medias or other things which we should be prohibited with. So although you have told that this is our attachment and like we are not able to give our anartha because of attachment, but still can you suggest some more practical ways and means to get over and save ourselves from these falling thoughts and situations?
Yeah.
Because you
See,
are dealing in group mode where the boys and how they raise.
it's a proper association. No, and it's about the desire. We cannot control situation. This is all material energy, and it doesn't belong to me, and I have no control over it. Krishna has. The only thing I can do is to desire. So I desire, and sometimes Krishna fulfills my desire, and sometimes he doesn't. That's all. So we should learn this. It's a fact. We should learn this fact and then try to work on more, that we should learn to desire the right thing. To know what is the right thing, then we need to educate ourselves. And yes, Maya is very strong. So sometimes we don't want to do wrong things, but because the mind, the anarthas, we get overwhelmed and we fall down. But we should never give up. So, okay, I have fallen down. Okay, I have done something wrong. But I don't want to do it. So please, Krishna, help me in overcoming the problem. And I will try to prevent myself from doing it again. And it may happen again. But I will not give up, and I will keep trying to overcome it, to prevent it. Krishna, see, he sees not just the results. We are not Vaishnavas, really. We are not on the platform of Prema Bhakti. So we are just like a children, and we are just attempting. But Krishna, he is appreciating that. He sees that. Same like, when you have like a small boy, and he is bringing some glass of water to his father, and on the way he falls down and then spills the water. The father, he is not angry with the child. He sees the intention. He wants to please him. So then he will come pick him up. Oh, did something happen? Are you okay? No, don't just forget the water. No, and he will still be happy that he's attempting to do something nice. Krishna is attempting that we are trying to do some good activities, and then He is guiding us. He is Chaitya Guru. We have to decide that we want to listen to him. Then we can get the proper guidance. So, it's the desire. We need to develop the desire. I want to understand and realize what are the good things. And that's improper association, studying Shastra, Guru, Sadhu, not listening. That's the way. So then we should focus more on that. We need loving exchanges among devotees. Develop friendship. You see, you may think that you have many friends, but you have friends when you have something. You have money, you have position, you have so many friends. Then when you lose your position, when you lose your money, who is your friend? Because the standard way of developing friendship is, okay, you are my friend because I can get something from you. But if I cannot get anything from you, you are nobody to me. Real friendship is not about that. Real friendship is about, you are my friend because I care about you. But these kind of friendships, people like that, you will not have many in your life. How many people are there that you can discuss anything with? You can discuss anything without being fearful that he is going to betray you, he is going to use it against you. How many friends like that do you have? And that's your friendship. That's what friend is. And these kind of friends are very important. But you may not have many, maybe one or two in your life. And then you can be lucky. You are happy. But that's what it counts. So with friendship like that you can discuss anything. This is how you can overcome any difficulties. Like Queen Kunti. Krishna is her friend, and then she is overcoming any difficulties what she is facing. In fact, she is looking for those difficulties again because Krishna is there. So that's what we should be focusing. You had a question?
You told about the levels of chanting like Nama Prad, Nama Bhas. So I just want to know what is the procedure to rise from the level of Nama Prad to Nama Bhas, and if you can be detailed about that and give descriptions about it.
Okay. Well, detail. Okay, I'll just say more like a nutshell actually. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Namaparad is that when we commit aparad, right? We chant and we are still committing, the 10 Namaparad. Criticizing Vaishnavas. Okay. So, Namabhas is we still commit Namaparad. We still do. The difference between Namaparad and Namabhas, that in Namaparad, we consciously do it. We want to do it. In Namabhas, we do it unconsciously. We don't intend to do Namaparad, but we do. Namabhas, Haridas Thakur, he describes Namabhas as the most auspicious. Namabhas give everything, even liberation. But Namabhas doesn't give bhakti. Namaparad takes everything away. Namaparad is destroying. So we definitely should avoid Namaparad. That means we should avoid consciously committing Namaparad. Namabhas, you cannot avoid something when you are doing unconsciously, but eventually become conscious that you have done something unconsciously. Feel sorry for that. try to see how you can correct it. Don't leave it like that. So that way, then you will start avoiding Namaparad. And then, once you are free from the Namaparad, then it's the Shuddhanam. Yeah? Rupa Goswami, in Upadeshamrita, he tells us how to interact with devotees. So, in the 5th verse, then he says, you offer mental respect to the Kanishtadikari. You offer obeisances to the Madhyamadikari. And you seek association of Uttamadikari. And then he mentions one quality. How do you know whom to associate with? He says, Nindadi. So he says, one who is devoid of propensities of criticizing others, he is the one to associate with. So that's what we should do, and that's what we are associating with those people. We should also endeavor to stop doing it ourselves. So this is the most important. Yeah? Hare Krishna. Okay.
I think one question on the Karmic lecture is movement from stars. So I want to get what is the difference between Samskara and initiation?
Okay. See, they are both samskaras, but Upanayanam is a Vedic samskara, and second initiation is it's a Pancharatric samskara. So the person who gets Upanayanam and properly follows the vows, then he can worship shalagrams, and he can worship deities which are installed by the Vedic process. But he cannot worship deities which are installed by the Pancharatric process. So, like in our temples, the deities are all installed by Pancharatric process. So, with Upanayanam, we cannot worship the deities. But you can worship deities at home, those who are installed by the Vedic process. So, the Upanayanam is a samskara which enables the boy, and is done for small, like young boys, so they can practice the deity worship, they can practice or they can learn Vedic mantras. So then later on they can apply them. So within our society there are many boys who has Upanayanam. So when they are following the vows, then they can also worship the deities at home and do, but it's not it's not the Diksha. With the Upanayanam he gets only Brahma Gayatri, which is the Vedic. But with the second initiation, then he gets also some other Gayatris, other mantras. And with those, then he is eligible then for the worship of the Pancharatric deities. Yeah? A little loud. Mm-hmm.
You were telling about chanting that we should desire to overcome our anarthas during chanting, so that otherwise Harinam cannot protect us. So we know that we have anarthas and we have sincere desire to overcome it. And then with that mode, if we chant, will Harinam help us?
See, if we have sincere desire to overcome that, we will have no anarthas. We think we have sincere desire, but as we explained, we are attached to them. And we are fearful to get rid of anarthas. because we are not convinced that the spiritual world actually is a real thing. The condition to realize Krishna, realize the spiritual world, is that you have to give up everything, all attachments for material world. But it's based on faith, because if you give up everything, means then you don't know what's going to happen. It's not like, okay, I get taste a little bit of this and a little bit of that. No, that doesn't work. Same like a person, right? If somebody wants to open, like a doctor wants to open a clinic, so then, he first has to qualify himself. First, he needs to get the diploma, then he can open a clinic. He cannot halfway through his school open a clinic. Sometimes people say, oh, if God exists, show him to me. If you show him to me, I'll believe. But are you qualified to see God? You understand? So, if you want to see, you have to qualify yourself. You have to get the diploma. And then once you qualify, then you can see. But if you don't want to, then sorry, I cannot show you God. God will reveal himself to you when you are qualified. Oh, then I don't want. Okay? Your choice. So, we have to it's only the desire which we can control, nothing else. So therefore, we should learn to properly utilize the desire. Don't desire nonsense, and then only desire which is the right thing to do. And that way then, when you sincerely want, you are convinced that Krishna is a real person, spiritual world exists, you become inspired, then you can drop all the attachments for the material world. When you can do that, then you are telling Krishna sincerely, I have nothing to do, I don't want nothing to do with material world. Krishna, he is Paramatma, he knows your mind, he knows your heart, he knows what you want, not what you say. But when he sees that this is what you want, he will make it happen. He will take everything away from you. He will take your position, your possessions. He will take your relationships. Everything. But it will be painful. Like a surgery. Sometimes the doctor has to do some surgery. It's painful. You don't want to do it, but you have to do it, right? Because you know that after that you will feel better. So Krishna, he can do that. But he will only do it to a person who wants. Not who says I want, but who is really ready for it. Because there is a lot of tapasya involved in it. A lot of austerity. So when you say, Krishna, I am ready, and I am sincerely ready, then Krishna will take away. But how is he going to do it? You have no control over. Like you see, he's showing the examples of the Pandavas. Pure devotees, but he makes them suffer. Not that they deserve it, but he's showing others, all the people, how Pandavas are great devotees. But Krishna will put us through suffering if we say, okay, I'm ready. So okay, let's examine that. So and then no, Krishna, I don't want to. Okay, so then Krishna will just not do it. Also take some more material enjoyment. Just go on, enjoy. It doesn't matter to him. If you stay one lifetime or 1,000 or million lifetimes, it doesn't matter to him. He's always with you. He's always ready to help. But you have to ask for the help. That's the condition. So how long will it take you? To get inspired to ask Krishna, please, help me. It's up to you. And each and every individual, we have to decide on our own. You cannot blame somebody else for your faults. Yeah? Hare Krishna.
One more question. Maharaj, we generally hear that in the devotee's life, practicing devotee, Krishna arranges everything in his life. Like all the circumstances are made to improve in their test and how much he is willing to perform sadhana in any situation. So every situation is designed by Krishna, and all the karma, even the previous karmas, he is making it small for us, like so that minimum suffering. So like is everything designed by Krishna in our lives?
Krishna, he wants us to realize who we are. Okay, Nitya Krishna does. He wants us to realize that. But he will never push us. He will never do anything against our free will, because we are Sachitananda, tiny, but still Sachitananda, and we also have the tiny little free will. And Krishna respects that. So you came here to enjoy. You want to enjoy Purusha Bhav. Krishna respects that. It's like a kid. Kid wants to play. And he says to his father, "Oh, I want to go and play in the sand." So then the father, he takes his son down to the beach to play with the sand. And the kid is playing and building some castles and tunnels and so many things, right? And the father, he is seeing, he is watching, he is smiling, right? He is happy that the kid is happy, right? But the kid, he forgot about his father. He's so engrossed in his playing that he's completely oblivious of anything. But after some time, it happens and the kid gets tired, gets hungry, right? So then now he comes back to the father. "Oh, no, father, let's go home. No, I want to go home. I'm hungry, I'm tired." Now the father, he's not going to say, "What? For hours you are playing there and you forgot about me and now you want me to take you home?" He's not going to say like that. He will, "I'm so happy that you enjoyed your play. Okay, now let's go home." So and then now he takes him home. He will put him, he will bathe him, he will feed him, he will put him to sleep, and then both are happy, right? So Krishna is the one watching us playing. And as long as we are not tired of playing, then he will keep watching us. But as soon as we are tired, then he is ready to take us home. When we are going to become tired, it's up to us. It's your choice. Maybe you don't have enough. Maybe you think, "Oh, if I have more money, then I can enjoy more." No. Okay, Haribol. Haribol.
Hare Krishnas. So we like to thank Maharaj for his enlightening words describing how we can develop the qualities within us, and especially the quality of accepting the things as they are in our life, or amanina especially, then the rest of the qualities will come automatically. So, and a wonderful question answer session, very elaborately describes answered. So I'd like to thank Maharaj loudly by chanting one time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'd like to request Maharaj to come again and give more association to the devotees. Hare Krishna. His Holiness Pritivardhan Swami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Pramananda. So all of you can honor Krishna.